For like 30 or 40 years, this was just exactly how you were supposed to play football until all of a sudden it just wasn't. And now we have 0% of Premier League teams using this formation. Except that's not true, because almost every single Premier League team does use this formation. In fact, pretty much any team across Europe uses this formation, just not when they've got the ball. Arsenal in particular have been doing this really well for almost Mikel Arteta's entire time as manager. Manchester City under Pep prefer it in particularly big games. Michael Carrick has come in at Man United and immediately got them out of a back five and into a back four when defending. Liverpool under Arne Slot have tried a load of different things this season. They'll sometimes do it in a diamond, but more often than not, it's just a 4-4-2. And even Liam Rossini at Chelsea, he likes to have them in a back five when they're defending deep, but as soon as they push out, that starts to turn into a 4-4-2. So why then has a formation that had fallen so completely out of fashion come so dramatically back in all of these sorts of situations? And this is going to sound a little bit weird at first, right? But it is precisely because of this numerical disadvantage it has in the middle of the pitch. When you are stretched out, midfield versus midfield, it is 3 versus 2 here, which is obviously quite bad. When you sit in as a low block to defend, it actually becomes a 4 versus 3 in the most important part of the pitch. And it's also incredibly versatile. Like, it doesn't really matter what system you set up in, you tend to be able to get back into a 4-4-2 very easily. Like, this is a 4-2-3-1, for example. This is painfully obvious. Your wide forwards would just drop into more traditional winger positions while your 10 joins your centre forward, and you've got a 4-4-2. If you've got a 4-3-3, for example, then pretty much the same again. Your wide forwards drop back into the midfield, and then your 8 split, with one of them sitting deeper with the defensive midfielder and the other going to press with the centre forward. And even if you've got a back three, like this is that 3-4-2-1 that everybody who is not a Man United season ticket holder seems to really like at the minute, you tend to always have one wing back who is better attacking and one who is better defending. So you simply shuffle them over like that. One of the 10s drops slightly wider on the side they're on to make another bank of 4, and then one of your forwards goes with your actual forward, and voila, 4-4-2. And that is like the point of the whole thing. It does not matter what is going on the pitch or where the opposition have the ball, you will stay very solid and difficult to break down. Like, that is what is so clever about this shape. It is its own best counter to its own biggest weakness.